Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I just got finished buying my 6-year-old the ice cream man was coming down the street, and he has a bat radar when the ice cream man is coming down the street. And so I went over there. You know what drives me crazy about these kids is when they pick an ice cream, they always pick the nastiest, gross thing to an adult. The good things would be like something chocolate, or the one I always got as a kid was the red, white, and blue popsicle. I always thought that one was, I think it was called a bomber or something or other. But they picked these nasty, like bubble gum flavors and stuff. The bubble gum and ice cream to me is kind of gross. That doesn't really go together, but it's always the most outlandish thing that they pick. So anyway, but he seems to love it. I want to start this video with, this is from XRP or XR Euphoria. Is that how you would say it? At Andrew P478093996. I think everybody who's been in this for a while has felt this exact way right here. Yesterday I took a beautiful drive with my wife. I was talking excitedly about XRP remittances. After a while I looked over and she was all teary-eyed. I said, "I know, it's amazing, right?" Her reply, "Can you please shut up about this? You're making me crazy." Ah, the romance. So his wife is also tired of hearing about XRP. And I think many of you out there can identify, and probably some of you husbands are tired of hearing your wives talk about it. But that's okay. It's going to work out okay for all of us in the end. And so everybody will be happy to hear about it soon. Next, this is from the Crypto Wizard. I saw something to this effect in another place, so I wanted to make sure that I threw this out there. I've mentioned this possibility in the past when I was talking about keeping digital assets offline and all that. He says this is at Crypto Wizard, and this guy's pretty smart, Wizard _. It's been confirmed Binance will be blocking 29 countries from their new DEX exchange, including the U.S. The news follows through after Ether Delta was charged by the SEC for operating an unregistered . But the point here is that I believe that Binance will be reactionary, and I don't think that they will try to go against the U.S. or anything like that. So I think if they're ever told to shut down their exchange and access to any given country, like the U.S., they'll do so. Now, I would hope that would happen with some notice for people to get their digital assets off of the exchange. From everything I've read about CZ Binance, he's the type of guy. He's not the type of guy that would just say, "Oh, sorry, you're shut down," and you don't have. He wouldn't do that. That would be a nightmare for his platform. But you do need to be prepared in case that type of a situation does happen, and Binance no longer can be used by U.S. citizens. Okay, this is from Stewart XRP at Stewart _XRP. 2017, Christine Lagarde. Not only my view, the view of the IMF, but the view of many of the financial institutions at the moment. The distributed ledger technology will be used. Transactions safer, more efficient, shortened speed, better guarantee, significant changes going forward. And this is a video that you can watch. And then he copies Philosophy of Metrics for those of you that don't follow him. He's a good follow too. And he also has philosophyofmetrics.com, a great website to read about the economy, geopolitics, as well as XRP articles. And he's got a subscription model as well as a lot of free articles. But he copies him in on this. It says October 5th, 2017, Christine Lagarde. There are moving components through that whole debate between the distributed ledger technology, the definition of monetary policies, the fate of an international currency like SDR. That's one of two. The second one, which I have floated and flagged about a week ago in London, which we are going to further explore. But I think we should be prepared for significant changes going forward. There were days when nobody believed in banknotes. So I think that's a pretty. I think Christine Lagarde I think that there's going to be some huge announcement by her having to do with digital assets sometime here in the near. It could be in the next year. I don't know when, but I keep saying something's going on with the IMF. Next, this is from Bob and Deep at Bob and Deep. He sent this out about adoption. I was looking, check it. I was looking into Norton VPN. Look at the payment options. Look to the right of cryptocurrencies. See a familiar symbol, XRP, baby, adoption, kids. And this is at checkout, I guess, on NordVPN. At checkout, you can check out with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. But they've got the Ripple symbol, so that needs to be fixed. Let's see. Okay, now I covered this the other day. I think it's huge. I think it's one of the biggest pieces of news that we have seen. It's at EasyXRP at ERST69 put this out. But I had a question. Somebody asked what a no action letter is the other day, because I said that I thought that's where all this is going. The SEC is going to issue a no action letter to Ripple. Okay. So let me read this and then I'll tell you kind of what my thoughts are on this. XRP, I'm drinking some Diet Dr. Pepper here, you'll forgive me. XRP SEC saga to come to an end as SEC makes move to issue no action letters. No legal action will be taken against XRP. XRP News Today. XRP SEC saga to come to an end as SEC makes move to issue no action letters. No legal action will be taken against XRP. So what a no action letter means is the SEC. Now granted, what the SEC is saying that there will be some companies that they will say, okay, even though technically we think you had an ICO back when, we're going to issue you a no action letter, which means that we're not going to take any action against you. In other words, it's kind of like being given a free pass. Now, I'm not saying that I believe Ripple issued an ICO, but I am saying what my point is in all this is I believe that this is how the SEC is going to handle the whole Ripple issue, because I think maybe they I've said all along they're not going to call it a security, but I think that this may be the end around that they use in order to let Ripple go, because I think Ripple is way too important to the United States. Ryan Xign, even at Consensus, I believe he held a session where he said that this digital assets are a national security issue. Well, if digital assets are a national security issue, XRP is more of one than any. Okay, next, I thought this just has to be shown. This is yet another example of the BitTrue exchange. I keep seeing this kind of thing. I keep trying to get away from BitTrue and talking about. I don't want to talk about it in every video. I'm not like I don't have BitTrue on the brain all the time. It's just that I keep seeing things. People keep sending me things that are great little pieces about them. In the past, if somebody said something like, if something was out about Binance like that, I would do the same thing, and I have done the same thing. Ripple Effect at CL_Hinman says, I sent 1.15 BTC, $10,000 from my wallet on Binance to my BitTrue wallet, where I have been an active user for over 9 months. 40 hours later, no funds. I contacted customer support. They said, we located your funds and you must have mistakenly sent them to your BitTrue BCH wallet. I lost all my crypto sending it from off-site to the wrong wallet on BitTrue. CEO Kira Swain personally PM'd me, calmed me down, and called in the whole BitTrue team to make retrieving my funds number one. The impossible was achieved. No other exchange would have done that. Thank you, BitTrue. That kind of stuff just needs to be seen and said. Okay. Next, I wanted to make sure that all of you knew that our buddy, the RIPPINE, at @the_RIPPINE. This is the guy who, I think he drives a limo in Austin. For some reason that stuck in my head. I think that's what he does. And he's obviously also a ladies' man. No, if you're married, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. But anyway, but he decided to start a YouTube channel, and so I want this guy's smart, and I want everybody who and he's also obviously a bodybuilder, I think. But he just started this channel, so I haven't subscribed yet, so I'm going to give him a subscribe and go help him out and listen to what he has to say. I've been following him on Twitter for a long time. The guy is no dummy, so I'm absolutely positive that he will be adding a lot to the space. I'm going to watch this video when I get done making this one. Okay, next, this is from XRP Crypto Wolf. India's cryptocurrency regulation is ready. India's finance secretary confirms. New finance secretary confirmed that the report detailing India's crypto regulation is ready. It will be submitted to the finance minister for approval and be made public soon. The Indian community also awaits a formal announcement from the government as well as the Supreme Court hearing on July 23rd. The court is expected to address two crypto-related issues: the regulatory framework by the Guard Committee and the banking restriction by the central bank. That's big, folks. There's a lot of people in India that I'm sure are just waiting to get into crypto. Let's see. XRP veteran. This was just an interesting tweet that I thought was cool. The biggest volatility ever in the history of trading will be when BTC hits 100,000. Not 1K drop or gain in price in a few minutes, but more of a 3 to 5K. For XRP, not 5 or 10 cents, but more of a 50 cents to $1. Are you ready to see the biggest roller coaster in your portfolio? That's exactly right, folks. Okay. Next from Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11 sent me this. Economic recovery. $15 trillion printed after the financial crisis by central banks, including $2.7 trillion this year alone. We're in for a nasty awakening, and I do agree. And this kind of falls in line with this. I wanted to show you this article that I saw. Why Bitcoin will win the next economic crash. And this is a theme that I've gone with for quite a while, and so I was reading this and I saw a part of this. They go into 2013, they talk about Cyprus, but then they get to this. What's this got to do with Bitcoin? Bitcoin was a byproduct. I like reading things like this that are in someone else's words, and Medium is the real deal. They put a lot of good articles out. Now, I've been saying this, but I want you to hear it from someone else. Bitcoin was a byproduct of the crash in 2008. It was introduced as an autonomous currency that wouldn't fall at the peril of short-sighted governmental monetary policies. The turmoil in Cyprus was the first major crisis since 2008 that had Bitcoin available to individuals that were going to be impacted by this crisis. So how did Bitcoin perform? And they show you. Initial Cyprus bailout agreed. Boom, that's what happened with Bitcoin. I've talked to you about this in the past. The bailout was agreed on the 16th of March, much to the displeasure of the Cypriot citizens. Following on from the bailout, Mt. Gox, the largest Bitcoin exchange at the time, witnessed a remarkable increase in buying volume. Consequently, Bitcoin appreciated in value by 205%. The little snippet of recent history is our only real example of Bitcoin successfully being deployed as a hedge against an immediate crisis. That's what I wanted you to see, because that is really what I've been talking about. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. This is from Sergeant Obi-Wan. Ripple XRP's Xign app at risk, collides with JP Morgan's asset, legal tussle underway. It's a question mark. Remember, Xign announced that he was developing an app that was going to be a bank without the bank, and he was going to call it Xign. Well, this is an article that says this could collide with something JP Morgan had I think they had created back in 2007. This is the article from 2007, May 18th. JP Morgan Chase said Thursday it has completed its acquisition of internet invoicing company Xign Corp. Xign, which will be renamed JP Morgan Xign Corp., offers business-to-business electronic payment software. So I'm sure there's a lot of differentiation between exactly what Xign is doing and this, but he may have to change his name. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know if this is that big of a deal or not, but it's worthy of mentioning. And finally, I just wanted to show you the markets. I believe that the highest we've been over the last 3 months, or really in the last year, has been around 286 billion. We're now at 275 billion, and you can kind of see how things are performing right now. We've had some good things today and also some bad, but I just wanted to show you that. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that the market is doing okay today. Not too great, not too bad, but not bad. And so who knows what's going to happen this week? We shall see. Thank you for listening.